Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to start with our eyes, and I'm going to put my eyeshadow cream base, and I'm just going to use my fingers so I can warm it up a bit and make sure it blends well. I'm going to put it on all over up to my brow bone. Next, we're going to start with our transition eyeshadow. This is a medium beige color from my LA Colors eye palette. And with a fluffy brush, I'm just going to pat it on and sort of like contour my eyelids. Then we're going to move on with our first earthy tone eyeshadow. And I'm just going to make sure I make a very sharp V shape on the outer edge of my eyelid. Now, once I'm okay with the shape, then I start patting on more eyeshadow so it looks more visible. And don't worry about blending in right now because we're gonna do that after. Now I'm just gonna use a very bright orange eyeshadow. Now this one is matte, so we're just gonna drag it on all the way in. And same thing on my other eye. And again, I'm just making sure it's the same shade and the same shape. Now moving on to the center of our eyelid. This one is a sparkly eyeshadow. It's very similar to the other one, but we're just gonna make sort of like a transition from darker to lightest. And I'm just gonna put it on in the middle of my eyelid. Now we're gonna move on to the highlighting part, and this one is gonna go in the inner corner of my eye and just a tiny bit, not too much, so we still can see the transition from the colors. Now next thing, we're gonna use a very flat brush, and this one we're gonna use it to put the same eyeshadow we used before in the outer line of our eyes, and same thing with our highlighting part. Now we're gonna use a clean brush, a fluffy brush, just to blend everything in and there's no hard edges. Now we're gonna highlight our brow bone, and I'm gonna mix two colors, a goldeny color and a just very light white color. And I'm just gonna put on a tiny bit on my brow bone. Next thing, we're gonna use this really cool eyeliner that I got on AliExpress. It was very cheap, and I really like it so far because it's really thin and it doesn't bend. So it really helps on making really thin lines and precise lines. And it says 36 hours, so I really hope it works. Now, so far I like it. It seems to be very easy to make the lines, and so far I haven't made any mistakes, so yay! Now I'm also gonna do a little bit of a wing. This is supposed to be a day look. I'm still in the middle of the day, so I don't want to do anything too dramatic. Now with a medium brown eyeshadow, I'm just gonna put on a little bit on my lower waterline just to smoke it out a bit more. Next thing, I'm just gonna get rid of any fallout that I might have, and just to make sure it's a little bit more edgy. Now I'm gonna use my Dermablend foundation in cream and in liquid. One is number 10 and then the other one is number 15. And I'm just gonna use a brush to blend it all in. Now sometimes on camera this looks a little bit too white, but you guys will see it doesn't look that much. Now we're gonna move on to concealer, and I'm just using this one that I picked up at the dollar store, and so far I like it. It's not like the high-end products, but it does the work really well. And I'm just gonna use a sponge to blend it all in. Now I'm just realizing I forgot to do the rest of the highlighting. Now I'm just gonna blend it all in. And I'm gonna use my loose powder just to set everything in. First I start with my highlighting part under my eyes and then my T-zone. I don't want to be too matte, but just enough. Now I'm gonna do my contouring, and I'm gonna use the medium shades that this contour palette has. This is also drugstore, and I really like it, honestly. For the price is amazing. Obviously, it's not high end, but for someone who doesn't want to invest too much in these things or at all, this is pretty great. It does the job. Now I'm gonna do my nose, and with a very thin fan brush, I'm just gonna do tiny bit, just skipping the part where my nose is crooked, and just finish it in. Now my brows. I'm gonna use this dark brown brow pencil, and I'm just gonna fill in my eyebrows. I don't do anything too special, so I'm just gonna move on to the next thing. Now with the brow brush, I'm just gonna comb my eyebrows and set them with an eyebrow gel. And mascara. Again, I forgot to do my mascara before, but I'm just gonna do 2 coats. If this was a night out, I would definitely put on fake eyelashes, but since I'm just going out with my friends, I'm just gonna stick to mine. Now with a fluffy brush, oops, a pearl fell off. I'm just gonna do my blush. Um, I really like these pearls. They're really, really pigmented, and honestly, I'm barely putting anything on my brush, and as you can see, it has a very nice shade. Now I'm gonna do my highlighting part, highlighting on my cheekbones with my fan brush again. And see, honestly, for the price of this palette, the performance is amazing. I think the palette was about $3 Canadian, which is nothing. And honestly, it does the job pretty well. And just a little bit more on my brow bone, and there you go. Now we're gonna move on to lips. I'm just gonna do darker shade than my uh, lip color, and this is sort of like burgundy color, but don't worry, it's not gonna look like that afterwards. I'm just gonna do the outer part of my lips. Then I'm just gonna blend it in a little bit. so the lines don't look that harsh. There you go. And now with this Revlon matte balm, this is in an orangey shade, and there you go. Now I'm getting rid of that very pink part of the other lip liner. Now with my Victoria's Secret gloss, I'm just gonna put a little bit on my lips, and whoo, awesome, I like it. There you go. And this is the look. I'm just gonna put down my hair so you guys can see how it really looks, because always the hair, it does make a big difference. And there it is. It's a very simple orangey earth tone, smoky eyes for a day out or night out. Hope you guys like it, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.